Hey there, TRASTRA fans. This is episode 120 of your beloved newsreel. So what do we have for you today? What do we have? What sort of news have we come across? Oh, Trump got shot. Y'all heard? But what do you know? Crypto market didn't even flinch. Bitcoin is on the rebound. The official reason is that the German government is running out of Bitcoins to sell, although they still have over 3,000 left. So we'll cover that later in the video. Rostin Benham, chief of the CFTC, says Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies are definitely commodities and are not securities. That's great news. We'll talk about that a little later. Goldman Sachs is getting ready to launch 3 tokenized products this year for the United States and European markets. Morgan Creek Digital plans to raise up to $500 million to chase opportunities in AI, blockchain, chips, and data. The SEC dropped yet another crypto investigation, this time into Hero Stacks. It's a fascinating protocol. We'll cover that later on in the video. Paxful co-founder and former chief technology officer Arthur Shevak will most likely go to jail for quite a bit. The migration of Google's domain business to Squarespace put more than 120 front ends for popular DeFi apps at risk. dApps, decentralized apps. That's some interesting news. The Malaysian government is pointing the finger at crypto mining as a source of electricity theft from the country's power grid. Lionel Messi pumps Watercoin. Shame on you, Mr. Legend. 2 U.S. congressmen want the Binance exec detained in Nigeria to be considered a hostage, and much, much more. So welcome to episode 120 of your beloved newsreel, and enjoy. Days before getting shot, Trump has doubled down on his recent efforts to court the crypto industry in a newly published policy platform document, in which the Republican Party apparatchiks reiterated that championing innovation within the crypto sector is among the party's principal economic goals. Quote, Republicans will end Democrats' unlawful and un-American crypto crackdown and oppose the creation of a central bank digital currency. They will defend the right to mine Bitcoin, and ensure every American has the right to self-custody their digital assets and transact free from government surveillance and control. I honestly would like to see them try. I mean, we know so much about government control in the United States that I think it's just virtually impossible. And the bottom line is that they don't really want that, but we'll leave that discussion for another video. During testimony before the U.S. Senate on Wednesday, Rostin Benham, chief of the CFTC, Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, argued that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies should be considered commodities and not securities. According to Eleanor Terrett, a reporter for Fox Business, Benham estimated that between 70 and 80% of crypto assets comprise non-securities assets. Goldman Sachs is getting ready to launch 3 tokenized products this year for the United States and European markets. Matthew McDermott, Goldman's global head of digital assets, explained that Goldman has plans to create an institutionally focused marketplace for the exchange of tokenized real-world assets. Though details on the plans remain scant, the investment bank is just one of the latest institutions to show interest in a growing RWA, real-world assets, tokenization industry in the United States. So this thing is moving in that direction. Morgan Creek Digital. Morgan Creek is another investment powerhouse. So the Morgan Creek Digital plans to raise up to $500 million for a new fund targeting early-stage opportunities in artificial intelligence, blockchain technologies, computer chips, and data, the company said in a press release on Friday. The firm is talking to sovereign and institutional investors, corporate officers, and industry subject matter expert in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, and in Asia Pacific region as it looks to expand its regional footprint, the company said in the press release. That is, it's also talking to US-based investors and partners, which is a normal thing to do. The UK Law Commission has released a scoping paper addressing the potential legal characterization of decentralized autonomous organizations, aka DAOs. In the July 11th paper, the Commission highlighted how current laws might apply to DAOs and suggested several recommendations that would support their innovation in the UK. The Commission noted no immediate need for a DAO-specific legal entity in England and Wales, though. The stance arises from the lack of clear parameters defining DAO structure and operations. So I guess DAOs are safe for now in the UK. Good. The average Bitcoin transfer fee dropped to 2020 lows on July 7th, when the metric hit $38.69 per transaction. This quantitative measurement is determined by dividing miner profits by the total transactions successfully posted to the blockchain. According to recent data from CryptoQuant, the Bitcoin hash rate drawdown also reached December 2022 levels in July, suggesting that mining operations are capitulating, basically. Another day, another dropped SEC crypto investigation, this time into Hero Stacks, a Bitcoin scaling layer for smart contracts. The project was founded by Ryan Shea and Munib Ali in 2013 while they were students at Princeton University. Formerly known as Blockstack, Hero previously conducted a $50 million token offering under the SEC's Regulation A+ framework in 2019. Reg A+ gives an exemption from registration for small issuers up to $50 million a year. This latest decision comes after the agency dropped an investigation into BUSD following its Paxful probe, also not recommending enforcement action, so the SEC is being beaten all over the place. Good. Paxful co-founder and former chief technology officer Arthur Schaubach now faces 5 years behind bars after the entrepreneur accepted a plea deal with the United States Department of Justice. Schaubach pleaded guilty to a failure to comply with anti-money laundering regulations and implementing Know Your Customer provisions. Schaubach will also pay $5 million in fines and step down from Paxful's board of directors. Schaubach's sentencing is set for November 4th, 2024, 2 days before the elections. The German government's wallet is down to just 3,838 and some change Bitcoins only 3 weeks after it started selling. As a result, the additional $222 million worth of selling pressure has pulled Bitcoin's price below 60,000 over the past week, but signs of a potential bottom are starting to emerge. However, as I reported in episode 118, I think, of the newsreel, Bitcoin's price needs to hold at least above $57,000 mark for mining to remain profitable to stop the current bearish momentum. Well, it's actually cool because we're at about 62 plus as of this morning, which is kind of great news. So Singapore Exchange CEO Lo Boon Chai said during the conference hosted by Reuters on July 9th, he said that CGX, the regular Singapore exchange, is currently not open to crypto listings. Quote, the ecosystem I feel at this point in time is not ready for such products in Singapore, end quote. Singapore is often considered a rival to Hong Kong, as both cities are global financial centers that strive to offer the most favorable business environment through regulation and tax incentives, but apparently no ETFs anytime soon. Oh well. More than 120 front ends for popular DeFi dApps, decentralized apps, may have been placed at risk amid the migration of Google's domain business to Squarespace. The migration caused the two-factor authentication securing websites to be disabled, leading to DNS attacks targeting Compound, Pendle, and Sealer, and quite a few others. Experts are urging Web3 users to avoid interacting with the front-end interfaces of DeFi protocols after domain migrations. I do my part and say again, be very careful. DeFi is playing with fire at all times, so just be vigilant. The Malaysian government is pointing fingers at crypto mining as the source of electricity theft from the country's power grid. Local media outlet Mail, I don't know, reported that the country's Minister of Energy and Water, Akmal Nusrawah Nasir, what a name, said that the energy-intensive activity has cost the country 3.2 billion Malaysian ringgits, or roughly $680 million since 2018. Ouch. A decentralized data storage network, Filecoin, is doubling down on its push into artificial intelligence. On July 10th, the Filecoin Foundation announced a partnership with Theorik, an AI communication platform, to develop AI agents trained using data hosted on the Filecoin network. The AI agents, whatever, I mean, I don't know what those are. I'm going to attach an article to this video. Feel free to check it out. I don't know. I mean, there are some definitions, but no one said on the actual definition of what this is. So the AI agents will perform specialized tasks leveraging Filecoin's dataset, such as, the tasks are answering questions, advanced search queries, and analyzing information with minimal human intervention. Wink, wink, investment opportunity. I smell an investment opportunity. Just saying, I'm not a financial advisor. Here's a very cool pump and dump for you. On July 8th, football superstar Lionel Messi, football, Americans call it soccer, I hate that term. Football superstar Lionel Messi shared a photo of another useless meme coin, Water's mascot, on his shoulder with his 504 million Instagram followers. That's how many followers Messi's got, 504 million on Instagram. And what do you know? The coin shot up about 440% in less than a day, from an all-time low of 00028 to 0012. So that's, if you divide that by that, it comes up to about 450% growth. And that's according to CoinGecko. However, crypto Twitter quickly pointed out that more than 30% of water supply appears to be controlled by insiders. The data indicates that roughly 1 dozen Solana wallets hold around 35% of water tokens, with the 3 largest commanding 16% of the asset's supply. I mean, the real question here is, have you dumped it yet? Because the pump is pretty much over. If you look at the graphs, it's pretty obvious. Anyway, finally, 2 US congressmen have submitted a resolution to the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, urging the government to declare the detention of a Binance executive in Nigeria a hostage situation. A reminder, Tigran Gambaryan, a former agent for the US Internal Revenue Service and Binance's head of financial crime compliance, and other Binance executive Nadeem Ajarwala were detained following their arrival in Nigeria in February. The Nigerian authorities filed criminal charges against Binance and the 2 executives for alleged money laundering and tax violations. Ajarwala later escaped from custody in March. He literally escaped from Nigerian jail. Jesus. So Republican Representatives Rich McCormick and French Hill, that's the name, French Hill, said in a statement on Thursday that they introduced a resolution to demand that the Nigerian government immediately release Binance executive Tigran Gambaryan, a US citizen. In the resolution, the congressman further noted that Gambaryan had worked for the IRS for over a decade and seized more than $4 billion in illicit funds on behalf of the US government. So I kind of understand the Nigerians, because I'm positive that some of that $4 billion definitely, belonged to that Nigerian prince whom you definitely, no doubt, met over email many times. I'm sure you received those letters from a Nigerian prince. So something really, really fishy here. So I'm going to follow up with that story later on in later episodes of the newsreel. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit all the right buttons below. Join our community on Telegram if you haven't already. Tell your friends that there's this service called TRASTRA where they can safely and securely exchange crypto for euros and spread it all over the world, because we have IBANs, we have SWIFT, we have pretty much everything you need. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.